guys, shout out. This is going to be a short live, obviously unannounced. I'm at my construction office right now. I've had a great Saturday, very productive. Real quick, you guys, it's a small office, so it's not like it's huge or whatever, but I got my small conference table and the file cabinets with all my secrets, my taxes and stuff, fridge, and of course the TV. Anyhow, real quick, you guys. So there's been a few reasons why I haven't been doing steady YouTube stuff for really a few years. What's up? Whoever just jumped in, hit the like button. But the main reason why I haven't been doing YouTube for a while is because of success. My construction business is going good. I started off in 2021 and 2020 really with just one product and one service, just the antenna stuff, which is funny. And it's just ballooned from there. Now we carry the golf simulators and we carry all kinds of things. Dual pane windows, siding, insulation, roofing, water systems. We got we custom basketball courts, custom tennis courts. We do them for home builders and whatnot. So anyhow, I'm at my construction office, but we are going to be doing something with these channels. I've got a few friends from my area here, and we have podcast mics and whatnot. My bro already has like a setup at his place, and we got a dude that's going to host it, who's a local comedian. He's actually really funny, and he looks the part for this kind of stuff too, and he knows how to do the voices. He's kind of a cool dude. Hit the like button, whoever's in here. What's up, Deadly? You guys hit the like button on your way in. So I haven't been keeping track of this mess, and nor do I care about this genre garbage. I don't even consider it a genre at this point. So I'm not wasting my time with any of that. Jumping on board, we're going to be just doing stuff where with interviews, I've got my bros here local, and then we have, Mike Dowd, and there's others that are out of the area who I consider him a friend. And he's been out to California a number of times. We meet up. We were in Vegas like a month ago. We had a great time at the Mob Museum. So we're going to be doing some stuff. And then I've got my local bros here, and we're going to be doing some interviews. And then some of my friends that were involved with some action are going to be doing stuff about their stories. Hey, what's up, Big Hair? Hey, look at that. Happy Saturday. Hey, Big Hair, take a look. There's my construction office, by the way. I don't think I showed it earlier, but you weren't here. So this is my table, my little conference table, and then my file cabinet. I got my refrigerator, my little microwave, my little water dispenser, and the TV in here. So this is in a nice area. There's some suburban houses across the street here. We do a lot of business actually in their patio covers and stuff like that. But anyhow, so I had a good productive day today, and as I was saying, is that we're going to be doing stuff from this channel and the other channel that's going to be interviews and stuff. I've got a few local friends that were around some of this stuff, Mexican guys too that were involved with some of their stuff, and we're going to be working together. One reason why I haven't done this, one, I've been successful with my construction stuff. Started off with the antennas and yada, yada, yada 4 years ago. Now I've got like 30 different products that I connect homeowners with. And then I also have a contractor's license myself, a sales license. And my partners all have GCs with the state of California too. And it's just been successful, so it's more money and, it's fun. I enjoy construction and I enjoy designing and that kind of stuff. And then on top of that, with the mob stuff, I just kind of, I wanted to get some good connections, Mike Dowd, others, and then I got my local guys, and I didn't want to have to do all the editing work. The editing work is like a real pain in the ass, and there's a lot of work if you're going to do a channel, you want to do it right. So you don't want to be doing as it is doing, it's a pain in the ass to edit videos. Even with AI, it's a pain in the ass. You still got to go through all this stuff. And you want to plan the shows, do them right. And, so anyways, now that I have some helpers, it changes the game a bit and we'll do well. So I was in Vegas like 4 weeks ago at the Mob Museum, and It was a good time. There's a couple of former cops and feds or whatever that do a show there. They've got a nice studio at the Mob Museum. And Mike Dowd and M. Callie, Mike McAllister, my old partner here, he's going to be, involved with the channel still again. But he was there, and a few other dudes, one guy from Vegas and another guy from New York that now lives in Arizona. He was like old school guy from New York, settled out west of, he wanted the Tucson weather out there. A lot of older people like to settle in Arizona and, warm places like that. So anyhow, we had a good time, and, we discussed plans, and then I got my local guys here. So we're going to be doing some stuff. I'm not going to say a set schedule at this point. So what we'll just start doing is dropping the videos and rebuilding the channel's algorithm and the other channel too. When you sit on a channel for literally 2 years with hardly any stuff at all, it goes back to like square one, as though you have no subs when it comes to algorithm boost. It barely sends out notifications. It's just the way the nature of the game is. But for me, I would rather have sat on the channel than not do it right. I'm one of those guys that if I'm going to do this, I do it right. I've been on Soft White Underbelly. I've been on Matt Cox's channel. All those have gone phenomenal. I've got great relationships with them. And it's hilarious because even with, there's been clowns who write little comments. Nobody gives a damn about any of that stuff. It doesn't do anything other than push the algorithm up. So people can write, anyone in the chats, feel free, write whatever you want. You write negative, I don't care. It doesn't faze me. More comments, the better. Help push my algorithm back up on this channel. If you see this afterwards and you want to write comments, feel free to write whatever you want. You don't like me, you do, who cares? Either way, it's helpful. So, but I've got great connections. Mark from Soft White is a wonderful, cool dude. And I look forward to going back down there. There's a few others as well that I've been in talks with over the course of time, and we'll see where things go based on scheduling and whatnot. I got to be strategic with the interviews themselves so that I get maximum push over here and with my other stuff. So I'm very humbled and happy that I've been making very good entertainment world contacts, and it's been a blessing. I thank God every single day for how wonderful things have gone with my local business as well as this stuff. And I couldn't be happier. Stay grounded, folks. Stay humble. Don't show up on these channels begging and grifting and, I need money or else these scammers that pull up on these channels. My aunt was told by a brain surgeon that her brain is going to melt in 1 month if I don't get cash apps. People say all kinds of dumb stuff. Oh man, my dishwasher just broke in the middle of my live stream. What do you know? You know what I need? Send me a cash app. Send me some super chats. Pay those people no mind. Yeah, exactly. Big hair. Oh Lord. Yeah. That's how it is though. That's why I don't pay attention to these people. I stopped paying attention a long ass time ago because there's so many grifters on this stuff. Freaking, you got people, if I don't get a cash app, a certain amount each day, then I'm shutting my channel down. They create drama. They want to fight with one another. And it's the same characters. We don't have to say any names. It's the same people every time. Yapping to each other. This one yapping about, I heard you talked about me, big dog. What's up, Texas 93? Hello to you. But it's the same group of people. They're how long can you stand? And for the ones that make money, hey, more power to you. You know how to scam folks. What's up, Kosovo? Okay, hey, I'm not a huge Balkans expert here, but thank you for the comment. Feel free to keep writing whatever you want. Just don't get my channel, messed up with. But, it's just, I don't, people want to do whatever they do. And, who's to blame? The dummies that pay them. If you are stupid enough to pay for that stuff, you deserve what you get. You should be giving voluntarily to people that actually make content, people who work on their stuff. If you got to have editing done, people that do legit channels. We all know the people who have legit channels versus people that are just gossip tube. Please say no. I don't. Again, I don't know that to be true, so I won't say. But I will say like and subscribe. Thanks, Texas 93. Write some comments. Boost that thing. Hit the like button. Share. Subscribe. Ring the bell, folks. But we know these people. So hey, who cares? Let them yap. Let them talk. They have no bearing whatsoever on those of us who are successful. Many of them, they have no ability whatsoever they're not going to get onto Soft White. They're not going to get onto any of these big channels. They have no shot at that kind of stuff. And one thing that Mike Dowd told me a number of months back was, don't argue with anybody. But if you're going to argue with someone on the internet, on YouTube, whatever, argue with people at your level. Do not, hey, it's all good, big hair. Do not argue with people that have fanboy channels, mob hump channels, grifters, scam tube, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, I love Yugoslavia. Where we go. Long live Yugoslavia and long live every nation, including America. But don't argue with people at all. But if you're going to, at least do it with the people that can get big interviews. Don't argue with people that can't get big interviews. All it does is it lowers your value here on YouTube and in the media landscape in general. Where am I from? California. I'm born and raised in Cali. The warmest, best weather state in America, by the way. We got our issues, but my part of California is actually pretty good. California is a great, great place where I'm at. I live in the same part of the state. That's my worker here is he's laughing because he knows I'm right. I have a few employees. One of them is over here right now. We're gonna go hit the taco truck down the way in just a bit, but we're in a nice area just north of my office. Is Yosemite? Let's see. Go way back. Hey, what's up? Me and you go way back? Cool. Right on. Republic of California. You're right. You know what? Republic of California, just for, what's up? Yeah. Messick, what's up, bro? Well. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, me and this dude we go back to really damn near like kindergarten, first, second grade. It's funny, I won't say your real name, but there was a dude that lived down the street from you who became a cop, and back in grade school, you handled him. Remember, we were walking home from school, so you can say that you handled a cop before he became one. So, there's a little historical tidbit. Yeah, I know who. What's up, bro? Yeah, we used to violate some rules together back in the day. Yeah, you did. You beat the brakes off, bro. I was there. I think I had to help stop it because, who would have known, bro, that you were walloping a future police officer? Hey, by the way, Messick, he's a younger Mexican dude who's 19. Don't say your name because I'm on YouTube. But he's laughing right now. He can appreciate. He's from Highway City. You know where that's at, too. What's up? Highway City in the house, baby. Yeah, so Messick, I'm at my construction office on 41 near Tesoro, Tesoro and, the subdivisions up here. My construction business does a bunch of stuff up here, patio covers, and we do solar stuff and batteries and all kinds of things for the new homes, and then we do retrofit for the houses. So, but yeah, you handle them. Hey, what's up, bro? It's good to see you. One of these, I talked to a few of the old school dudes that knew Marcelo, and who I'm referring to, our border brother friend from back in the day, the guy that used to make sure we were all served up with the good stuff. I talked to a few of those dudes. One of them actually did a pre-record with me that I may put up here on YouTube. The dude that came, you'll know who I'm referring to. The guy that was from Texas originally, but he moved out here, and we met him in high school. And he used to be the guy that would, he had his Texas accent, even though he was in Cali. You know who don't say his name in the chat, but you know who I'm referring to. He did time in the Texas system, by the way. He went to prison in freaking Texas like 4 times or something. So me and you dodged, I think, all that prison garbage. So more power to us. But anyhow, you guys, so hit the like button. I'm gonna go grab a freaking big fat burrito at the taco truck. Get this dude some tacos, some $2 tacos. Tacos y cervezas. Oh wait, you're not old enough yet for that. But anyway, so yeah, I'm at the office. This is it's not a huge office. I ain't like boasting. It's I got my little sales conference table and all this stuff here, you guys. But I like it. It's only $1,000 a month for rent, for my lease. When the PG&E here is only like freaking $10. So, $10. Yeah, I wish. $100. So a little bit more than $10. But it's not bad. It's in a good area. I'm near all the new homes, and I'm living in Clovis now too, Messick. But I was in the old neighborhood like the other day. My mom still lives not too far from the original old house. She lives over at Dakota in that area now. She decided to become a blood. You remember Dakota and Fruit, that whole area? My mom decided she decided she wanted to be a Pyru, so she moved over there. You know what's up. You know our old hoods and which areas, which crews were in which areas. But all right, you guys, thanks Messick for joining. In particular, I'll hit you up soon, bro. And thanks everybody else who joined in the chat, Texas and Sin and Big Hair, of course, and yada yada yada. Remember the Rams? Yeah, I know who that is, but they're not in my state no more though. They're not in my state, bro. So they're not, not the LA. Oh wait, are they again? Yeah, the Rams are back. They're St. Louis now. They're LA, right? Are they back to LA? I don't keep track of them. What's up, Viper? I don't know where he is, Viper. I don't know. I watched a video earlier on Jeff's channel, and that was news to me. So, no clue at all there. I hope for the best, but it is what it is. I got my guys local here. We're going to be doing the stuff on this channel. And Mike Dowd and others are going to be joining for interviews. Some of the other guys from out of state too. So again, you guys, thank you for your time. Hit the like button, ring the bell, and subscribe, share the videos. And I'm going to start the process of dropping videos to get this algorithm going again. And then we'll start setting up a live schedule once we decide it's time to do regular once a week ones. But we're not going to be doing beg tube, no grift tube, no scam tube, no whining tube, no freaking send me a super chat or else tube, no drama tube. I don't do none of that. No gossip tube, because that's all for bitch tube. That's all beta male tube. Any dude that gossips about other dudes, trips out like that, and spends a ton of time especially. And you could say, well, I'm answering this guy, right? I'm answering what he said. Don't engage in gossip, and guess what? It either goes away or it's irrelevant. If you're a real man, you don't give a shit what people say. Straight up. If you're an alpha, sigma, there's a few of these cliche phrases now, right? I'm a red pill dude, man. You're any of that, or even a regular guy, independent, whatever. You don't give a shit what people say. And nor should you. That's some beta male stuff. So I don't do the gossip stuff on here. I don't do none. You guys know how I roll. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, ring the bell, and I shall be back quite soon.